Hey everyone, welcome back to EricaTV, and today I will be showing you how I got this beautiful slick back bun, and I will be teaching you how to do it on type 4 hair. But before we get into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up. Now let's get straight into this video. Now, I start this look with wet hair. I went ahead and already wet my hair. Don't mind the product in my hair. My hair isn't 100% clean, but typically you want to do this look while it's clean. But either way works. And I'm going to take my rat tail comb. Really the only comb that gets a straight part in my hair is a metal rat tail comb. So you want to use one of those. And I'm just going to go in, and today I decided to do a side part slick back bun, so that's why I'm parting it on the side. You also may notice a little pink in my hair. I did have some temporary hair wax in my hair and I didn't get it all the way out, so just ignore that too, please. Once I have my part the way that I want it to be, I take my two sides of my head and just divide it into two so that I can work in sections and everything isn't just clumped together. So I take the right side of my head where less of my hair is, and I'm going to put that in a ponytail, and then I'm going to take the other side of my head and put that in a ponytail as well. Now I'm going to begin with this side of my head, so I'm going to leave the bottom portion of this side out. I take just enough and to the point where I feel like it's not going to be the hair that's going to be sticking up that I need to really gel down. So I take that much hair and I leave it out, and I'm going to work with that part first. Now I'm going to go in with some leave-in conditioner. Guys, I love this leave-in conditioner. I'm going to apply this to my hair. Now I eventually stopped applying this to my hair because I did already have some in my hair, and I didn't want it to be too clumpy and messy because that's what it was becoming. So I eventually just stopped using that in my hair. But if you're working with 100% clean hair, go ahead and put in the leave-in conditioner all throughout your hair. Next, I'm going to use this herbal oil, and you can really use any oil in your hair, but you want to make sure your hair is oiled with this look because you don't want it to look dry. So this is what I just continued to use throughout this entire process, was this oil, making sure that my hair was very oiled and not dry. Next, I use the Krystal Eco styling gel, and when I say this is the only eco styler that holds my hair down, that's why I use this kind. But if another kind works for you, go ahead and use that for yourself. And I take a small amount and I pretty much work it into my hair. At the bottom, I just work it into the roots of the hair, and this is going to help lay the hair down. So what I do is I go in at the roots and coat the entire layer in the Eco Styler gel. So you want to make sure you're coating everything in the Eco Styler gel that's going to be laying down. So you don't have to necessarily do all of your hair, but the parts of your hair that's going to be laying down and that you want to be slicked down, you have to cover that in Eco Styler. You also want to cover your ends because you don't want your bun to look like there's no curl pattern. So that's why I do this to my ends. If you don't want your bun to look like that, then that's fine. You can skip this step, but that's why I do this step. Now you want to gather your hair like you're putting it in the low bun, and you want to check to make sure you don't have any hairs that you missed. And if you do, go ahead and grab some more Eco Styler gel and coat that in the Eco Styler. You want to make sure everything is slicked down and nice the way you want it to be. And then you're going to take a brush. My brush is very rough, and this, go ahead and lays everything down the way you want it to be, and you just go over that section with the brush. Once you are finally done getting this section nice and neat, you go ahead and put it into a low bun. Just so your hair doesn't come out of place, you want to make sure it's secured and staying laid nice and neat. Now you don't have to put it in a tight bun, but you can just put it back in a bun so it stays put. And we are going to continue these same steps for each section of our hair. So we are going to part each section in small sections and do these steps so that we are making sure that each section is being laid down. You don't want to get a section that is too big because then you may not lay the hair down properly. So you want to get medium or smallish sections and complete these steps for each section until you are complete. Also, make sure that you are not forgetting about the portion of your hair that's closest to the back of the bun, because it's easy to forget about that part, and that part will easily be super curly or have no eco on it at all. So just make sure you are applying eco down your hair towards the low bun. Now that we are on the last section on this side, you want to make sure that you are creating that swoop effect whenever you are brushing the hair down. This is what I like to do. It just makes the look complete and cute. So when you're brushing it, just make sure you are perfecting that swoop at the front. Also make sure that everything is sealed and down with Eco Styler at the top, because this layer is the most important and will really determine how the look comes out. Now we are moving on to the other side, and let me just tell you now, it will not take as much work as the other side, you guys. And I know you may think that your hair looks a little white right now. It's okay. It will dry and everything will be looking nice and neat. So we will do the same thing on the other side, but like I mentioned before, it takes a lot less work. So you can really skip a few steps. You really don't have to put it down in a bun. You could really complete this entire section at one time. But like I said, I just want to make sure everything is slicked down. And as you can tell, like I mentioned, it took way less steps and energy to complete this side. And the main reason for that is because it's way less hair. So you don't have to fight with more hair on the side. So we're going to go ahead and put both sides together into a bun, a low bun. And I like to take 2 hair ties because that just seals everything. And we want to make sure everything on top is nice and put together before we put it into the bun. Don't do any special type of bun. I just put my bun together, and I'm going to go back through the top, making sure everything is sealed away like I want it to be. Now I'm going to go in with my mousse, and this is the Lotta Body mousse, and this really helps everything be sealed down and smooth and slick once it dries. So this just really helps everything stay in place. Then I'm going to take my pink do-rag, and you can use a do-rag or a scarf. I really prefer a do-rag because this helps seal everything down all the way to the low bun. And I'm going to take my blow dryer on cool, And I'm gonna blow dry my entire head. Now you can either just let it air dry, you know, overnight, or if you have somewhere to be like me, you can take a blow dryer and blow dry it. Now it's time to take our do-rag off, and everything is pretty much dry for the most part. Mine was a little bit damp still, but it's okay. I had somewhere to be, and this is what it's looking like. So we want to make sure this is nice and slick. So I'm going to go in with my Shine and Jam. And when I tell you guys this stuff seals everything, it does the job. So I'm going to take my edge brush and I'm going to take the Shine and Jam and put that along my swoop in the front, because that definitely likes to come up and curl up. So this Shine and Jam definitely seals that down. And I also like to just kind of go over the top with this Shine and Jam, because it definitely makes sure everything stays put and into place. And if your hair is super curly like mine, you have to do these steps because your hair just wants to curl up, and this reinforces it and makes sure that it doesn't do that. I was listening to music right there. I'm gonna go in and use the same Shine and Jam and just swoop my baby hairs right here. I like to do 3 little swoops. Ow. I love doing my baby hairs because it just comes out looking so good, but I like to do something simple with this look, so 3 little simple swoops does the job. I don't know why I did that little sideburn on the other side. I just went ahead and took that out. And yes, we have to blow dry again. I mean, you technically don't have to. You can skip this step and just let it air dry, but I like to dry it with the blow dryer, because this just guarantees that my hair will dry in place and there will be no room for mistakes whenever it is air drying. So therefore I won't have to go back in and fix anything. So I went ahead and let my hair dry while I was doing my makeup, and this is how I do my slick back. Let me zoom you out just a tad bit. This is how I do my slick back a low bun. It typically doesn't really take that much time, and you can take a few of those steps out if you want to. I just do that when I want my bun to be slick, Rick. And it could have been a little bit slicker, but I do have somewhere to be. But if you want it to be a tad bit slicker, you just have to leave your do-rag or scarf on for longer and just let it sit so that it can dry slick. Okay, but yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.